What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and welcome to episode 24 of For Love of the Game. Today, Queen's Park will be taking on Queen of the South and Dumbarton in what's going to be wrapping up the second third of the season, which sees Queen's Park, through 23 matches, sit in third place with 38 points. We are 1 point behind both Queen of the South and Aloha, who are both tied at 39, and only 1 point ahead of Forfar, but also 7 points clear of getting out of the promotion playoff zone as Clyde occupy 5th place. How did we get to this? Well, let's take a look at the schedule. And since our last double live com of Forfar and Clyde, starting with Morton, we've won 4, drawn 1, and lost 5. Very, very average, I would say. And we were very lucky that we were able to stay at the top or near the top for the majority of this run. Taking a look at some of the results around here, our next match following Clyde was against Morton, and we defeated them 4-1 at home. Stephen Davidson, Ross Daugherty, Andy McKinnon, and Jack Downey all getting in on the goal-scoring action. Morton actually had more shots than us, more on target, a lot more possession, but we were able to seal the victory. Once again, taking a look at the stats, it's a tale of the tape of this past season, where we won't have a lot of shots, won't have a lot of possession, but we still find a way to win. Unfortunately, we followed that up with a 4-3 loss away to Queen of the South, Stephen Davidson picking up all 3 goals for us. However, a late 74th minute goal from Queen of the South broke the deadlock and ultimately gave them all 3 points. Unfortunately, we stacked losses with a loss to Dumbarton 3-2, as Dumbarton were able to pull it out in the 3rd minute of stoppage time, getting all 3 points. Though if you take a look at the shots, there's a very big disparity there. They took 35, we only took 7. Out of the 3 shots on target, 2 of ours went in, John Black and Andy McKinnon picking up both goals for us. And actually, now that I take a look at it, Dumbarton were losing going into the final 10 minutes of the match. In 84th minute, and then of course the 3 minute of stoppage time. So we felt like we had a chance to win, but just couldn't hold on in the end. The defense broke down. But we did win this match following it, as away from home we took on Airdrie and defeated them 3-2. Stephen Davidson picking up a brace and John Black adding to the tally with a penalty. Relatively even on shots and relatively even on possession, one of the few matches where we can actually say that and actually come away with a victory. Then follow that up with another win away from home to Aloha, 2-1 victory there. Kenny O'Brien getting both goals, and the eventual match winner in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Once again, even on shots, even on possession, up and down, everybody looked really good except for Ross Daugherty. The middle of the park needs to step up their game a little bit. And then following the 2 straight wins, it was another 2 straight loss, as a 2-1 defeat to Brechin at Brechin in a match that's more than likely probably could have eked away with a draw, but it wasn't to be. John Black getting the only goal for us in the 4th minute, Brechin answering 4 minutes later, and then just on the other side of halftime. Now, it is interesting to note, as while Kenny O'Brien wasn't injured for very long, Stephen Davidson's was a little more serious. And this was when Stephen Davidson broke his foot and was expected to be out for 5 months. At this point in time, he wasn't going to be back for the remainder of the season, may probably have been back for 1 more match at the very end, but I didn't want to risk it, so I sent him back to St. Johnstone to give him the treatment he needs. So I'm without Stephen Davidson for the rest of the season, which led me to try and bring in a loanee striker, because now that I don't have Jordan Garden, which was probably a stupid move on my part, well, I had to find somebody to replace him, because Andy Jackson hasn't been performing, Andy McKinnon hasn't been performing all that well. But you will see who I pick up at the end of all this. And like I said, we stacked losses here. It was another 2-1 defeat, this time to Albion Rovers. And once again, another not just a come-from-behind loss, but a very, very late loss, as John Black gave us a goal in the 43rd minute. However, Albion Rovers picking up 2 in the last 10, and the eventual match winner coming just inside of stoppage time. We had more shots taken this time around. A little bit more possession, however, we weren't able to make those shots count as only 3 of them were on target. We did follow that up with a win against our bitter rivals of Clyde, a 2-1 victory at home. Andy McKinnon and Ross Doherty both picking up goals, and Doherty's a late winner there. Only 8 shots to Clyde's 17, a lot less possession, but Clyde's only shot on target was a goal, so I guess we can count ourselves lucky that Clyde weren't able to find the net a lot more. Probably more goals could have been scored on us. Then follow that up with a draw, the only draw in these 10 matches against Forfar. 1-1 at Forfar. They got off to a really fast start, scoring in the 2nd minute. Took us all the way up until just past the hour mark as Connor Rennie tying it up for us. The way everything laid out, I think we were really lucky to come away with a draw, especially near the very end as our defense was starting to collapse and we were letting shots go flying by. So we were lucky to come away with a draw there. And then finally, a very unfortunate loss to Morton, a 2-1 loss away from home. John Blackgang, our only goal, and then Morton, quick double strike in 2 minutes as Calvin Miller scored and then immediately stole the opening kickoff and went down the pitch and scored a quick second. I felt that if he didn't do that, it probably would have ended in a draw, though Morton did have a lot more of the possession than we did. Everything in terms of shots was pretty even, so I felt we could have eked away with a draw if it wasn't for that quick double fire. Alright, so after that, let's take a look at the transfers before we get into the matches, and the only thing on the coming in is Stephen Donaldson, who is a youngster striker from Falkirk. He's 20 years old, and I believe I saw he was bringing him in for £425 a week. His stats, not all that bad. His speed is fairly decent, 11 in pace, 11 acceleration. Mentals could be a little better, and his attacking stats fairly average. 9 finishing, 8 first touch. Dribbling could do with some work. But overall, not a bad replacement for, I already forgot the other guy's name, Stephen Davidson. Stephen Donaldson, Stephen Davidson, that's going to be very difficult to keep apart. But then the only 3 players going out were all youth side, all under 20 side, so not really all that mad for them to go because they didn't really have any of the stats there would be in the first team squad. So other than that, let's get on with these matches. Queen's Park versus Queen of the South, and they're coming out with a 3-5-2, very interesting. A little bit more attacking, I guess. And of course, we're coming out with our 5-3, or 5-2-3, excuse me. Sean Duncan's going to be in net. Mulholland, McLean, and Gibson, the back 3. The 2 wingbacks of Danny Kelly and Ewan Mullen. Yes, Danny Kelly can't play wingback, but I'm training him to be. I'm training him to be a wingback so he can be a little bit more useful for the squad. Especially since Michael Alexander, 1, can't always play every day, and 2, Danny Kelly's yelling at me to play him even more. So, fine. We'll throw him up there. The 2 center mids would be Doherty and Rennie, and the 3 strikers up front, Jackson, Black, and McKinnon. So let's kick off and see if we can't get a result here. Draw would be nice, a win, even better, against the team that just jumped us recently in the standings. Alright, team talks went fairly well, and we kick off in the rain at Hampton Park. Of course, we're going to be in our black and white hoops, and Queen of the South playing in what looks like baby blue. So as I said, Queen of the South did recently jump us in the standings. That draw followed by the loss did knock us out of first place, which allowed both Aloha and Queen of the South to move into a joint first place based on points. And now we are left chasing after we had been first place for so long. What a cross! What a cross! I don't even think he meant that to be a shot on goal. Bounces off the post, and Andy Jackson is there to pick up the rebound. And it's 1-0 to Queen's Park. Absolutely amazing start, boys. Give them a little bit of encouragement, as per what I usually do. 36 minutes gone, and now we finally get another highlight off of a decent goal kick by the Queen of the South player. Great tackle by Doherty. McKinnon playing it up the wing, gets it up to Mullen, who does have the speed. However, the cross is left begging. Forfar now could be coming on the counter as 4 players up front. Good dispossessed. Ball falls to McKinnon. Decent attempt, however, it was an easy save by the Queen of the South keeper. He made it a little more acrobatic than it should have been, as it was a weak shot. But we go into halftime 1-0. Can't ask for anything better. Probably could have asked for one more goal, but other than that, I'm not that miffed about the whole thing. You guys can do better defensively. You can do that midfield. You're doing fine in the midfield, and then up front, you can do better. All right, let's kick off as the motorcycle goes by. Very quiet motorcycle that time, and then another car. That's what I get when I have my windows open. But this half is just flying by right now. We are just about to come up to the hour mark, and we have an attacking chance. Decent attempt, however, the keeper parried it, which then bounced off the post, leading to a corner. Corner comes in, but it's right to the keeper. And I have some tired players out there, so I'm going to start making some changes. Paul Simpson's going to be coming on for Connor Rennie. And then sitting up front, Stephen Donaldson. Should I not? Stephen Donaldson will be coming in for John Black, since he hasn't been playing all that well. Now, sit on the last sub, which more than likely will be a defensive player coming out. But we still have 25 minutes left to go in this match. Anything can happen. 70-minute mark, Forfar getting a throw in. Forfar looking to try and find that all-important equalizing goal, and they could get it here. However, good dispossessed by Mulholland. Really scary back pass. Duncan, very smart to clear that. Simpson letting go over his head, allowing the counter to build up. Jackson to Donaldson, right in the middle. Great shot on goal. It was an even better save by the keeper, forcing the corner. Jackson heads it forward, but it's an easy save by the keeper this time. We're getting all these great opportunities, however, nothing seems to be falling into the back of the net. Making one final sub now, McCrory is going to be coming on for McLean. And I'm just going to tell them to tighten up. We might as well try and hold on to this lead at this point. With 10 minutes to go, oh, don't lose it late. Good tackle in the box, good block of a shot. Now we need to hold on to possession. Just keep it in their half. McKinnon, you do have men forward you could pass it to. Dumps off to Doherty. Doherty to Simpson, and Simpson with the solid shot. Right side, keeper dove that way, but it went right by him. It's 2-0 to Queen's Park. And with 10 minutes left, now we just need to hold on to this lead. But a highlight right from the kickoff. Like I've said before in the past, not really a fan of these because more than likely it is bad news for me. Good tackle there. Danny Kelly needs to just kick it out. Good clearance. Gets up Donaldson, actually finds some players. McKinnon, across the pitch to Jackson, but he can't hold on to it. And now it's pinballing down the middle. Forfar looking to counter. Dispossessed. At least our defense is up for the challenge. They're winning tackles. They're winning balls. Great for us. Jackson over to McKinnon. Great shots. This keeper is just playing savvy today. Corner whipped in, but it's taken away. Oh, we do get a free kick in the area. I mean, we're not slouching with our shots. This Queen of the South keeper is doing his best to keep his team in the match, but in the end, it's not going to matter, as that's full-time. Queen's Park with a 2-0 victory over Queen of the South, and that should propel us right back up to the top of the table. Congratulations, boys. You did really, really well. And yeah, there it is. Well, Aloha still have yet to play, but for now, Queen's Park are sitting at the top of the table. All right, no injuries to note, so we'll be right back for the second match, which I've already forgotten what it was. It's against Dumbarton, and we'll catch back in a couple of seconds. All right, and we're back for the second match of the day. And Dumbarton, we're going to be at Dumbarton. Only 530 people coming out to this match. And it looks like they're going to be coming out in a 4-2-3-1, very condensed 4-2-3-1, very attacking formation at that. So we're going to be looking to put up a fight. And of course we're going to be sticking with our 5-2-3. A couple of changes, mostly on the defensive side. Jack Downey and Danny McNulty are out with injury and will be out for the next 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks. So Rennie and Doherty are staying up there. McLean is coming in to, I guess, take over McNulty's spot. And as far as the strikers go, Andy Jackson is coming out for Kenny O'Brien, and the strikers will be McKinnon, Black, and O'Brien across the top. So let's kick off, see what happens, and get a result. At least try for a result. Alright, and here's the kickoff, and we are going to be playing in the Blood Red kits today, as Dumbarton's home strip is all white. And just 6 minutes on, their attacking is very apparent. Good block. I don't know who that was, but good block as the goalkeeper is all the way to one side, preventing a goal. Corner comes in. Dumbarton still with the ball, still looking to penetrate, deepen our defense, but in the end, great dispossess and great clearance of that to prevent them from getting anything further. 15 minutes gone, nothing happening. Only 2 shots on target, or 2 shots taken by us. Dumbarton have had 5 with 2 on target, and that was a really bad goal kick as it goes right to a Dumbarton attacker. It's in, and there was nobody marking. Those 2 guys were just left all alone, and Dumbarton take the early lead. And yeah, it says that we're just gifting them possession. I believe it. I really believe it, because we haven't been doing anything to hold on to the ball. We haven't been doing anything resembling an attack. That was a long shot that had no chance of going in. Duncan's saving it anyway. And I think it's because of our very narrow approach. We're going to be playing right down the middle. Good dispossessed by Kelly. We're trying to cope with Dumbarton's style. What was that? That wasn't even a pass. That was just Dumbarton are running wild. What a tackle there. Okay. Should probably, well, maybe after the corner kick. Let me change up the instructions. Yeah, it says it says that we're playing narrower. I'm going to get rid of that. Higher up and hit the early crosses. Yeah, just change a couple of those things. Yeah, we don't want to play too narrow. Otherwise, we're just inviting them onto us. Half an hour gone, and it's still the Dumbarton show. It is still all Dumbarton. Ooh, just on the outside of the post. And once again, they're coming forward with an attack. Good save by Duncan. I need to start changing stuff up. Okay. Probably don't push higher up, right? Get rid of that. As Dumbarton are just taking it to us. They've had 11 shots to our 3. We need to hold on to the ball better. I mean, Sean Duncan is just throwing the ball forward, seeing what will happen. Doesn't always work. I even have it to retain possession. It probably should go shorter passing, if anything. Well, we're coming through off the underside of the crossbar. Kenny O'Brien cannoning a shot from the top of the penalty box, but nothing happening. Connor Rennie with a brilliant free kick from about 25 yards out. Connor Rennie slotting it into the top right corner, and he knots the match up at 1 apiece. But this is still a back and forth match. Well, I don't know. I can't say completely back and forth. It's been mostly Dumbarton. We got really lucky that Connor Rennie's free kick was able to find the net. Connor Rennie now throwing a ball way forward to O'Brien, who had a decent shot, but it was a short angle, and Dumbarton's keeper was able to save it. We do get a corner out of it, but nothing happens. We don't make any use of it. Dumbarton tried to counter, but we quickly swept that under the rug. Halftime, it's ones apiece. I'm just really not happy with what I'm seeing, especially on the defensive side. Defense is just letting them come on to him. Midfield, you're not doing all that great. All right, second 45. Let's see if we can hold on to this draw. It'd be great if we can get another goal. Opening kickoff to O'Brien. We actually get a decent chance. The keeper saved it. It was going out. It would have crossed over the byline, but the keeper saved it in and gave us another chance before they cleared it away. Now, opening minute of this half, and Dumbarton still coming forward. They had a corner. They're keeping it in our area. Some beautiful passes. Decent shot attempt, but Sean Duncan is there to stop it. One of my players goes off injured. Doherty. Well, I guess for now, Stephen Mullen's going to be coming in for you. My strikers up front are just not doing it. I'm thinking about taking them out at the 70 if nothing else happens. Okay, let's make a sub. Ryan Waters is going to be coming in for Kenny O'Brien. And I'm going to hold on to the last sub for now. It's more than likely going to be Danny Kelly. Sean Duncan had a hand on it. But Dumbarton gets the all-important goal pushed him forward. Michael Alexander's going to be coming in for Danny Kelly now, since he hasn't been playing all that well and he's looking a little fatigued. Tell everybody to push up, push forward. Give me something. Give me goals. No, it's not looking likely, and even worse, Dumbarton have another chance, and Dumbarton look like they have sealed this victory, as that's their third in the 86th minute. And to be quite honest, they deserve it. They've taken 30 shots to our measly 10. There it is, full time. Dumbarton get the victory. Can't say that it wasn't deserved, because we just couldn't do anything. We could not do anything against Dumbarton today. And as you can see, everybody is level on points, or not points, everyone's level on matches, but we are back to being one behind Queen of the South and Alloa. We are still in the promotion playoff zone, though. And actually, Doherty is out for 2 months. That's another midfielder I'm going to be without. I'm not too happy about that. All right, so let's take a look at where we stand. We have 11 matches left in this season. So depending on how we fare, how we're going to be faring, I could just live count the last 2 matches, which is Dumbarton and Alloa. And if it is promotion playoff implications, or if it's league winning implications, more than likely I'm going to be live counting those for that reason. If I'm firmly situated within the promotion playoff zone, if there's a big enough gap where I'm not going to win the league and I'm not going to be out of that spot, then I won't live comment. Though that's a very slim chance, because I think this is going to be a very tight group all the way up until the end. So, more than likely, next time we come back, Dumbarton and Alloa, the last 2 matches of the season, we're going to live com those. So until that time, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.